Welcome to Feng Shui Living, the podcast designed for busy women who want to de-stress, live with intention, and create a home that truly supports their well-being. Each week, I'll bring you practical tips, insightful ideas, and simple strategies to enhance both your home and your life. Let's get started. Quick pause before we jump in. If you love this podcast, you will love my book, Aligned at Home. Think of it as your design and energy guidebook to creating a space that supports your well-being and your goals. You can get a signed copy over on my website, purelivingwithlisamorton.com, or snag it on Amazon or wherever you buy books. I hope you enjoy it. Hello there, and welcome to Feng Shui Living podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Morton, and you know me. I'm always trying to give you short, sweet episodes with actionable items, things you can go home and do today. And today is going to be fun. We're preparing for the Chinese New Year. I actually titled today's podcast Before the Fireworks. So how to prepare your home for this new year. Before we get into that, I am excited to share something brand spanking new. I'm so jumping out of my skin with joy. When I published my book, I knew I wanted to continue that. And so I created the Aligned at Home Collective, a monthly membership group that you can join. It's filled with monthly calls. We're going to get together and have a live call. We'll talk through a lesson, talk through a topic in the book. There will be plenty of time also for questions and answers. If you're working on a project, if you have questions about something in the book, you will get time with me and we're going to talk through what's going on. You'll also get a download of my brand new workbook to accompany Aligned at Home. You'll get a free download. I also have some really, really beautiful hard copies being made as well. So I'm very excited about that. Plus tons of other bonuses. You'll also get access as we build up these months and we have different calls. You get access to all the replays. So you can go back. Say you're remodeling your bedroom and you're like, oh, what did we talk about? You can go back and listen to that episode. You guys, I'm so excited. You can join for just $19.97 per month. That's less than that's like any more 2 coffees at the coffee shop, 2 lattes. This is going to be 1 hour devoted. We'll say an hour and a half each month, but an hour devoted to joining online. It's going to be the first Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m. Schedule this in. Give yourself this time. Grab a cup of tea and join me for the Aligned at Home Collective. So I will put a link in the show notes, and you can always reach out to me too. You can also pop over to my website. If you go to the homepage and scroll all the way down, then you'll see a sign up link for the Aligned at Home Collective, and we kick off on March 4th. We're going to do some pre-partying, but if you sign up now, we'll be doing some pre-partying until then. But kickoff is March 4th. I cannot wait to have you join. So let's get into preparing for this Chinese New Year. So the Chinese New Year is also known as Spring Festival, and this is the kickoff to the Chinese lunar calendar. And it's 16 days, traditionally 16 days of celebration. You see people do different things than they normally would, maybe buy luxurious clothes, wear fresh clothes, decorate their homes, splurge on amazing foods. This is what's done traditionally. And hey, I encourage you to do the same. I know I'm going to do the same. But let's talk about how to prepare your home and set up your home for this fresh energy. So my plan is to get this out. So you have a few days to really think through a few things, to prepare for February 17th. Okay. We've been releasing. The past year was all about the wood snake, and we've talked so many episodes about the wood snake, about shedding, releasing. I know a lot of my clients have done a lot of releasing of physical things, of emotional things. Gosh, guys, I also have done a lot of releasing of physical and emotional things in my life, and I feel really good about it. I hope you do too. So this is your cue. If there's anything else you want to release from your life, an emotional thought pattern, a box in your basement that's filled with something you've been avoiding, this is your cue. This is your cue to address it now. Let it go. You're going to want to let it go because this next year is going to be so very different. We're moving into the year of the fire horse. So in addition of rotating through those zodiac animals, we also shift through the 5 elements. So we're moving into the fire horse. So a horse, I just kind of visualize a horse out on a pasture galloping along, and it has strength and beauty and a sense of courage, and so think about that. And then we add the whole other layer of it being a fire element. And we know, and we've talked so much about the 5 elements, but the fire element is really high energy. Really, it's like the energy of summertime, like high energy, the color red, bright fuchsia, like bold, very, in terms of yin or yang, very yang energy. So this is going to be an interesting year. I think it's going to encourage or allow us to move forward with a lot of things in our life if we did that shedding. So make sure if there's that one last thing you're hanging on to, you let it go. But keep in mind that Chinese New Year is not about rushing forward. While I have this vision of this galloping horse, right? It's not about rushing forward. It's about taking time now to create space first. Okay. Before all these intentions, before the next chapter begins, take a minute to prepare. In addition to letting go, take a minute to just prepare. That could be sitting with a cup of tea and a journal for 5 minutes, maybe, and just free write. I love to write. I'm always talking about my obsession with writing, especially after writing my book. But maybe just free write, or even just sit and just let your mind wander for a little bit. Just take a little slow time before we move on. This year, again, is going to feel energetically different. So I just want you to prepare for that. So let's talk about why preparation matters and it's so important. New energy needs a place to land. It's similar to when I talk about the front door in Feng Shui, right? We need to get that door open and allow energy in, right? We need to allow it in, but then we need somewhere for it to go. That's why we release. That's why we cleanse. We can't just keep taking things on and expect it to just layer on top. We have to let go in multiple ways. We have to let go of those things no longer serving us. And then we have this open space. Right? It's almost like I'll talk about on the bookshelf. You leave an open space. You don't have to have every inch of that shelf covered in books or decor. Leave empty space for something really special. Maybe you're going to go on a surprise trip and bring home something really special to put there to remember your trip. So remember that energy needs somewhere to land. The other thing is when, your home is cluttered and stagnant, it's hard for those intentions to really take root. So tidy up, clean, organize. I love to make my home as sparkling as I can get it. I get all those nooks and crannies, kind of like springtime cleaning, those special things you don't always clean, and really get them sparkling to honor and celebrate this time of the year. And now I have 3 spaces that I would like you to gently, lovingly tend to before this new year. Now, you don't have to make every room sparkling if that's not your thing. That's my thing. But these are 3 things that I think you can easily fit in time to do. Number 1 is look at your entryway. I mentioned earlier, the mouth of Qi. If you're new to the podcast, this entry, the front entry, the architectural front door, not the back door, not the garage door, not the one you use the most, but the architectural front door is so important. Again, this allows energy in. This is the mouth of qi. So look around, take a little inventory. Do you need to sweep off a rug? Or do you have a light bulb that needs to be replaced? Do you have a plant near the front door that isn't looking so happy? Look around, zhuzh it up a bit, give it some love, give it some care, and just take notice. If you were a guest walking in your home, what would be the first thing you'd see? Where would your eyes land? Does it feel open? Ask yourself, does it feel welcoming? Does this space feel supportive? So take a little time to give some love and TLC to your front door. Again, clear the floor, even decorate something living, even if it's temporary. It doesn't have to live there forever. It can just be to honor this moment. Number 2, for my space to approach prior to the Chinese New Year is the kitchen. The kitchen is so important. They're all so important, but this is at number 2, right? Front door number 1, then go to the kitchen. It's all about nourishment and it's all about abundance. This is the space where we nourish those people we love, the people we care for, from your children to your family, to your friends that come over, to your pets, right? This is where we nourish them, where we prepare the food with love and care, and we fill our cabinets and our refrigerator with all those things that taste so delicious. So, how do we tend to this space? Take a little inventory, look around, and toss any food that's old, those expired items. I know sometimes I have those in the back of the pantry and you don't even realize it until you make a point to go and look. And you're like, oh boy, that can of soup has been back there for an incredibly long time. So release, let go, release of the old stuff. Or even if there's things you're like, why did I buy this? We're not going to eat this. Go donate it to a shelter. And then wipe down the counters and clear off cluttered counters. This is a space that visually can bring up a lot if it's filled. It's horizontal, right? And it's right in front of us. It's not like the ground. It's closer to eye level, so it can stir up more when it feels messy. So wipe it down, get it sparkling, tidy up, organize, pick up things off the countertop surface. And then here's another one that I love. It's clean the sink intentionally. So think about the sink in the kitchen. We're putting stuff down the disposal. We're cleaning dirty, the stuff off our dishes and putting it down. So take a moment after you did some dishes or after you're cleaning up and wipe out the sink. Use some good cleaner. I love to use baking soda, and I might add a couple drops of essential oils, I love grapefruit or a sweet orange, and I'll clean my sink with that. As you're doing this, you can recite a mantra, you can sing a song, something to really infuse the energy of the sink, okay? And then number 3, the third place I want you to approach is the bedroom. Now, we don't have to do a huge overhaul here, but just remember, this space is about rest and restoration of your body. So think about what's lingering here that belongs to an older version of you, that belongs to last year's version of you, or the year prior, or 10 years ago. What's here that will keep you here versus moving on? Something on a bedside table, a piece of artwork, a photograph. And then look around and see how well is this space supporting your nervous system. I've done several episodes all about the bedroom. Go listen to those. If you need help, you guys know you can always schedule a free 15-minute discovery call on my website. But look at your bedroom. Is it supporting your nervous system? Please tell me you don't have a treadmill in the corner. Please, please, please. Please remove the things under your bed. But just generally look, does it feel like I can walk in and I can feel like, okay, this is where I rest and relax. Does it feel that? Or is it discombobulated? There's piles of laundry to fold in the corner. Just take a little inventory. Now, this is not to judge. This is not to make you feel bad. It's just to look and observe and see where you're at. If you're feeling good about it and you want to just do a few loving little moments, you can take a moment before the Chinese New Year to put on some fresh sheets, maybe your favorite set of sheets, the most luxurious feeling sheets that you have. And then clear off the nightstands. Do you have a book that maybe you finished 3 months ago and it hasn't made it back on the bookshelf? It's still sitting on your bedside table? Clear it off. Make sure there's no dust. Maybe arrange things so it feels really nice. Just amp this space and make it feel really restful and beautiful and loving, and make sure that you don't have anything there on the nightstand from your past that's going to keep you in your past. And now, if you're loving this Chinese New Year celebration and these fun ideas, I have a little extra ritual for you. One is to choose one room in your home. Just pick one room. And then I want you to open the window even briefly. So step 1 is choose the room. Step 2, open the window, even if it's just a crack, just to get fresh air flowing through. This time of year, especially when it's chilly and it's winter out, we don't want to open the windows, but we do need some fresh air. So intentionally open that window, crack it for just a few moments. Step 3 is get some sound or some scent. This could be playing some music off your Spotify playlist. My favorite playlist to play in my home to amp up the energy or to shift the energy of my home. It's a playlist called Healing and Cleansing Frequencies. If I had $1 for every time I raved about this playlist, it's just a playlist on Spotify. Amazing, amazing music to play. Now I want you to turn it up. Okay. Now, if you live in an apartment or a condo, don't make your neighbors mad, but I want you to get it loud enough that there's a bit of vibration, that you can hear it, that it's vibrating against the walls. You can feel the power of it filling your space. You're going to feel it. I know you will. And then step 4 is I want you to speak a simple phrase to your home. Now, this might feel a little woo, a little weird, but just trust me on this. I want you to say out loud, I'm making room for what's next. I'm making room for what's next. So here's your ritual. Step 1 is choose the room, any room you like. Step 2 is crack open that window. Step 3 is use sound or scent, maybe, lighting a candle, burning some incense. And then step 4 is to speak your phrase, I'm making room for what's next. Don't stress, don't overthink it. It's not about doing it right or perfect. It's about doing it with intention. If you feel called to do something slightly different, then follow your intuition. So remember, before the fireworks, before the celebration, before all the plans, we have this beautiful opportunity. It's to meet your space where it is and preparation, right? Remember, this preparation and the intention is a beautiful act of self-respect, self-care, self-love, and your home feels it. Remember, it's all reciprocal, folks. Our homes feed off our bodies feed off our homes. So if you are enjoying some quiet time around the Chinese New Year, be sure to pick up my book, Aligned at Home. It's a fantastic resource to go a little deeper into some of these aspects we talked about. And I just encourage you to listen to your space over the next few days. See what it has to tell you. Happy Chinese New Year, friends. Happy Year of the Fire Horse on the 17th. I will see you at our next episode. Take care. Special thanks to our sponsor, Elevated Living School of Holistic Design and Feng Shui. For more information, head over to the show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share this episode with a friend. We'll see you next time.